Swing and a miss. 3-pitch K. Polling. It's the first extra base knock of the smoke to right. Big mill on for Myers. Scooped it right. Votto home. He scores. 2 strikes. Swing and a miss. Reds get a run, and beautiful. Votto with a strike. Landed for strike 3. That's 4
coming, and it just, you can't pull the trigger.
Softly serves that single. The first pod. Swing and a miss. He twists Sullivan.
Ooh, that's a
so Ohio. Kevin Newman grounds out on the first pitch. Here's the thinner.
And steers aboard.
Gets a lot of ground balls on.
Dive base hit. Who's in second? Got soft ball. Park outside. Handled by Odor.
Timing is very good too.
Runner late break home. Fire to the plate. Either season.
You know, there are some scouts here.
Headlong dive.
Accomplished the last 3 or 4 days, but very excited to get to Cincinnati at this point.
We've seen an aggressive jump. That is the skipper of the Reds. David Bell. Let's go back upstairs.
Back to another game when they were paired up together. And man, that's nasty. Jams him for a bouncer. Newman. Hey. Joey swinging. Bouncer to the shaded second baseman. Oh,
strike 3.
Swing and a miss for Stevenson. 2-2. There it is. That's a devastating pitch.
It's one more start in spring, which is great.
Little backhand by Votto. Ashcraft.
McLean was playing short. De La Cruz was playing, and he got brought up, and they both started shifting. Got Will Benson, T.J. Friedel, Jake Fraley.
Base hit for Friedel to right. Very much a base stealing.
More recklessly in spring.
Off the wall. Jack and Newman on the slot.
We struggled to run the beat.
Yeah, one of the more unique elements to this in ignition to take a bag or to perhaps score on a base hit.
That's interesting. Taking base running very seriously this spring, and just trying to teach guys, hey,
the aggressiveness that we're seeing down here.
I don't know. It'll be interesting to see it play. It might be the best punter in the league right now. So, but just being able to do those little things to get runs.
Deployed a delayed double steal for a run. That's fouled into the glove.
So it's 12 days into the season, so we're hoping to have those guys back somewhat in the beginning.
For Tyler Stevenson.
Yeah, both players are very good catchers. They're both very good. Both have a good chance to get significant playing time behind the plate because of what they can do with this year.
To third on the backhand. Nick
almost defies mathematics when you're that efficient.
He had a Zokar shot.
And he's in a hurry. I mean, Ashcraft is pitching.
Ground ball.
I think the other get you going, something like that. I mean, for Ashcraft, and Ashcraft was taken in the 6th round.
Another jam job. Carpet. Oh. The flags. Floats in. And you can feel that same tempo
and speed everything up. Don't always be looking out of the corner of your eye and picking up the clock and what.
Benson can fly. Benson into second standing.
Fields. That swing for Benson is not one of these where he's trying to pull everything.
Required a dive from Dahl. Shows bunt. Drop muffed. Benson safe to third. He's also grounded out. A lot of balls get through for lefties. both for and against the Reds.
Between where the first baseman's play.
This one's bounced to short. Flip, relay. First pitch, hear that. He turns, he's going to try for two. The throw to second.
Breaks and go back. But the Reds aren't doing that. This is kind of what, and aggressiveness.
Darts back.
He's a big guy. Put him in the category of
to short, tough play. Sidearm throw.
Experience, John, that story you shared about base running and base running in general. They have run a ton more in spring training in the workouts, and it has really shown on the base.
That's a good looking pitch.
Yeah, right.
Last year. I mean, here's a guy that really came out of nowhere. Bring him up here. And it's nothing like the major leagues to expose him. Huh. Good night, Irene.
I'm just very glad that they're on our team.
What has been so impressive
Offseason on his new breaking ball? It was bigger and slower. I mean, he already throws a cutter in the first place. It's a slower version of it. But I feel like ever since they're all determined. They all. Oh, there's another one. There's a little glove love.
T.J. Friedel, strike one. Luis Liberato is now in the
the mid-90s. But a lot of it's deception.
Oh, great bunt.
All right, now what am I supposed to do up here? And by being able to wait on that ball and then somewhere Brett Butler is smiling.
Session. Buntapalooza, as it was called on the schedule.
It gives you something to think about. And now Friedel has given
something else that and a two-strike. Showing the ball, no throw. 7 Ks, no walks, couple of hits. And Nick Lodolo, 6 scoreless, 3 hits. Runners go, double steal, pitch misses in, thrown out, no shot. What a jump by the lead.
When that runner at second base gets such a big jump like that, you see Friedel is running. I mean, Hader.
And you wonder, the throws to second, it's something that
the strength of the throwing arms.
Oh,
who's the runner at third? You be the judge.
Valley. Both runners tagged. Will Benson.
Maybe a drumstick would be okay. Too about as good as it gets.
95.
Yeah, last year,
Benson strikes out.
I mean, the kid broke through 6 innings and not a whole lot of pitches.
very efficient.
A really cool thing to watch last.
4th and 5th starter, a couple spots in the bullpen. When were you?
Sure, he kind of had an edge up, and interesting. It was a great approach. And San Martin is a great example of a pitcher that he lost his confidence completely, especially after one particular start there in Colorado.
Won't get there off the ball. Go to second, safe slot.
Well, not near the dirt, but certainly below the knee. Delicious.
Stumble by San Martin. Tied him up. Yeah, Nick Crawlin said that.
Out of his hand all spring long. Now, granted, he was throwing to air, but
that one.
Shovel to second. India. 3-pitch game.
Ground ball off that slider from San Martin, tailor-made. We call it DP lane, but what makes it for them last year, and look out.
Lost. Nick Senzel up to second.
It's amazing. I mean, he was on the scooter, meaning one.
Jam job pop. Pinch the right center gap here. That dies. First pitch to Colway. Buck Farmer is in. That's strike one.
What 4 games for him? He nailed down a couple of saves, but he's available to pitch. I mean, a manager really wants. That's a pretty nice breaking ball he has. So the other thing the Farmer does, Manny Machado, Jake Cronenworth, on down the line. I mean, they have got, well, they went 106 last year, 107, something like that. The Padres have had